Hey friends, welcome back to the vlog. Today I am sharing a vlog with you guys. It is a little bit old, but you know the saying, better late than never. And this is a moment that I wanted to share with you guys anyway. And so here we started out the day at the park. I thought it would be a good idea to switch it up a bit. And so I brought the kids to the park, and while they were playing, I decided to go ahead and get into my Bible and read some word while they burn off some of that energy. So my main goal was to make sure that they take their nap during the evening time, and so I wanted to get them to burn off as much energy as I could. This is a few days later. We ended up going to a pumpkin patch, and this is our first time visiting this pumpkin patch. As I love fall time, it is my favorite time of the year. It's just something about the leaves changing and the weather, like in general, like the whole change. I just think it's just so beautiful how the leaves start falling and the colors change, and it's just my favorite time of year overall. So we were supposed to be meeting a homeschool group here. We did meet them, but we ended up going on our own and doing our own thing because everyone was all scattered over, and so it was more like basically do it your own self. And so that's what we ended up doing, and it was so nice. They had everything decorated so beautiful, and it was cool weather. It was just perfect. And they had food trucks as well. With the homeschooling group, we ended up not joining them. And if you're a homeschooler, you know how it is trying to find a good fit. And so I'm still on the hunt to find the right co-op or group of families that feels right for me and my family. And I'm actually thinking of starting my own group, as my husband told me I would end up having to create what I'm looking for. And so I actually have started to create that group. And so I'll share more of that journey with you guys if I decide to actually step all the way into that. And so I'll share that with you guys.
Yeah, buddy.
Alright, so a few days later, I was trying to make a quick lunch for the kids, and so I had some hot dogs that had been sitting in the freezer for a little while, and so I decided to use them. I just ended up using or making some homemade pizza dough, and I made homemade pigs in a blanket. This was super easy, and the kids enjoyed them a lot. Sophia and the baby, they like to come and join me whenever I'm in the kitchen making any kind of bread, and so I always give Sophia her own piece of dough just to keep her occupied. That way I can focus on whatever I'm doing. And I'll give her, I have a little safety knife set. I give that to her as well. I think I have it linked in the description already, and so check that out if you want to try the knife sets for your toddler whenever they're helping you out. That is my key tip for you. If you're in the kitchen trying to do anything, making bread, make sure to make enough to where you have, I guess it would be considered like a baker's dozen, to have enough to give your toddler to keep them busy while you're trying to get your bread made. And that goes with doing anything in the kitchen. If you just give them something to do while they're in there, and it helps them to feel like they're helping in some kind of way, and I promise you that will help you out so much, and that will keep them busy as well, so you can get a little bit more done. So currently right now I am studying in the book of Deuteronomy, and I am in the first half, and what I noticed is Moses is continuously telling the Israelites to remember what God had brought them from. And one thing for me in my walk with Christ, I always ask God to help me to remember where I've come from. And when I examine myself from the beginning of my walk to now, I'm so grateful that I don't look nothing like I used to. I'm changed, and I'm not the same person that I used to be, and far from it, but far, very far from perfect. The sanctification process is such a journey, But Moses was telling them, don't forget the things that God has done for you. And I just want to remind you not to forget where God has brought you from and the things that God has done for you. So after we finished lunch, we ended up taking a quick trip to Walmart so we can get some hygiene supplies. And we also made sure to stop by the toy aisle. Sophia has been obsessed with these little baby alive dolls. And so she thinks that every time we go to the store that she has to get a new one. So I have been on a health journey, and so I had tried the kale salad from Chick-fil-A. I was trying to find something clean when we were out and about, and that was the cleanest thing that I can think of and that I can find without eating their chicken. I stopped eating their chicken a while back because I found out it was full of all kind of sodium and MSG and all kind of bad things that aren't good for you. And so the cleanest thing that I could find while I was out on the road was the kale crunch salad at Chick-fil-A. And when I tasted that, I was like, oh my gosh, this tastes so good. And so I ended up going on Pinterest to find a copycat recipe, and this is that. Of course, I put my own little spin on it and added seasonings to my liking, and it came out perfect, you guys. And I tell you, it was like spot on. It was just perfect. And so I'll try to link that recipe down below in the description, and it's super easy to make. And what I did, I ended up making a big batch, and it lasts me at least 3 to 4 days for the most part. That's if my husband doesn't eat some as well. And I love it because it is high in fiber with the kale and the cabbage. And it's easy because you can just make a big batch of this salad, and that way during the week all you would have to do is cook your protein, and you easily have a lunch or a dinner prepared. So friends, there you have it. That is all for today's vlog. I thank you guys so much for sticking with me. Thank you guys for being here. If you have not already, please consider subscribing and becoming part of my family. God bless you, and see you in the next one.